right. Caps on the carry in the mid lane. This is the guy to look at to see if he can keep G2's hopes alive.
Kind of interesting here because, like I was talking about, like Inspired is covering this route, so they've been trying to trap this.
Oh, but Skumon caught out there by the tangle barbs from Busio. Inspired waiting over the wall. One more hit from the club, and it's first blood to Inspire.
And
oh boy,
they're going for the maiden first.
Okay. Bwipo's maiden at 500 HP. Bwipo trying to keep this wave from crashing into the turret. Drops the cage, but Bwipo's down to 300 HP. Ardent does hit him. Skumon taking damage there from the turret. Bwipo kills him! Skumon gives a free one over, and Bwipo buries him there with a shovel. Now up in the top side. It's one traded back, but they still get the dive. Feet of Warfare claimed by FlyQuest as Busio does drop to Broken Blade at least.
Wave clear, and this gives complete access to the grubs. FlyQuest throughout this series have controlled this objective, and it looks like G2's not in a position to challenge it once again.
And I just feel like Busio has been so good for this team. And the bottom lane together, of course, you know Masu as well. But Busio, there's been so much talk about his improvements, over the years, and he has just been so good in North America and showing it with the map control. A lot of these vision plays, constantly being in the right place at the right time to face Broken Blade, and the feast was ready, and then choosing his moments, in the 3v1 and after the feast cooldown has been used. And with this early lead, FlyQuest will come and claim what is rightfully theirs. They have pre-existing vision, waves in very good spaces in both mid lane and top lane here, so they rotate over, they collect their objective. It does feel very methodical and calm.
Broken Blade is low on HP. Bwipo will walk into the river now. Skumon waiting. Bwipo doesn't walk any closer.
Yeah, he's got his flash, so he's kind of staying on range there. They might have seen one of those little dogs as he walks away from the brush.
Okay, that's first turret claimed for FlyQuest. We crest the 14-minute point, and we can see that G2 claimed no turret plates.
The minion wave in mid lane, that gives you some artificial vision. Then you have the full wards on jungle, and they actually have a couple of options to themselves. Bwipo here trading again, and Skumon actually visits, but Inspired is here covering.
Yeah, Broken Blade goes for the rupture, does not hit it. Bwipo getting away, but he's already feasted on Broken Blade. Nice kill on Bwipo.
All right, the feast also effective on the York himself, not just the maiden. Jumps him down, which is the most mobile members. And so FlyQuest will still start up and take the objective.
I think that really caught Bwipo off guard. He did have his flash available, and I think that he thought that I've probably got one more auto attack in me before I die.
Big feast.
Definitely caught me off guard, that's for sure. Shockwave used onto Broken Blades.
Yeah, just onto the Cho'Gath. He gets a chunk, but that's a big team fight ultimate that FlyQuest doesn't have.
FlyQuest with a Trundle ultimate could try and go straight through front line.
Okay, the Dragon's already down to 2,000. Inspired gets the shield. Lebrov tries to go in. The Drake is already slain by Skumon as Lebrov tries to get away, but there's the Pillar of Filth. The Hex Gates activate, but that's not going to matter. Lebrov tries to escape, but Masu puts the last shot in his back as that's a fourth kill of the game for FlyQuest. G2 take the objective, but lose their support.
And you could see the idea from the beginning there from Inspired. Since the Dragon's getting low, he walks forward like he's going to go steal it to try and bait out that hook into the wall, and then he saves his pillar for the exit. So FlyQuest, even though they lose that Dragon, wait a second.
Quad's in danger, Broken Blade. He has his feast ready. The rupture silences him up, beats him down, and eats him up. Nice shutdown for Broken Blade. 3-1-0 here in the Cho'Gath.
So Broken Blade is continuing to get bigger, but Caps being isolated in this Yorick matchup is not really where you want this Akali to be. Ooh,
Busio in trouble. Pop Blossom as he's about to die. Pillar to make a little bit of extra distance, but Skumon's already got the first kill. Now Masu's the next target. Bwipo and Inspired trying to protect their AD carry as G2 comes to life. A 5-man play around the bottom lane tier 1 turret. They might look to go for the dive. Caps coming around from the side. Masu knows he has to try to walk this one out the long way. Lebrov and Caps isolated. Lebrov trapped inside the Yorick cage. Lebrov dies. Teleport coming in for FlyQuest, and now it'll be a 4v4 with the odds even. G2 heads home.
It is also hard for Skumon to get in there because the Trundle with these low range, wait a second, they're actually walking on over now towards this.
It's already gone. The Otacon taken in the darkness before G2 can respond to it. 17 flowers up to 31 after the Otacon harvest them all versus the 6 of G2. Of G2, immediately the turret dive would follow if Broken Blade stayed around. Skewmon passing through, but his blue buff has already been stolen by FlyQuest.
I mean, Inspired is just running the game. He can literally do no wrong. He's playing around his pressure beautifully. The vision control they have means that G2...
Because Akali, without the ultimate, where is the threat, Vedius? To crack this FlyQuest comp. I think that was a very intelligent play.
Broken Blade is pretty much all G2 have right now.
Okay, the feats have been good.
Ooh, no
hey,
flash.
Broken Blade with a knock-up. Now G2's going in. They found Bwipo. Yeah. This could be the fight they need right there. Caps gets the kill, and Bwipo, wrong place, wrong time. That's the opportunity for G2.
Look at the mini-map, though. I think FlyQuest are making the right choice. Immediately push towards the mid lane. Set your sights on that tower. Just get more map control. G2 are desperate right now to get a foothold back into this game, and FlyQuest have a lot of options to play with.
1,000 gold lead with about twice that much value in adaptive force through those flowers that they've got from the Otacon.
Yeah, I mean, that foothold was right there at that tri-brush, though.
Both right there, but it just slightly misses.
That Masu lead that you're talking about can be very meaningful, too. As he goes for the AP upgrade, that poke is going to be a big advantage for FlyQuest in the standoffs, trying to get the early advantage before the engage comes out.
I like the way FlyQuest are playing on 2 lanes right now. That mid tower is not really defendable. Even G2 haven't conceded any major advantages since the last fight, but as the observers are highlighting for us right now, it is darkness around the Dragon. FlyQuest are going to be able to get the push on mid thanks to Bwipo.
And that Cho'Gath is very tanky. Full 3 items for Broken Blade here, whereas Bwipo is still on 2 and pieces.
This next fight, man, I feel like it could very easily go either way. Caps is still top side. He's got his teleport if he needs it. He wants to go after the tier 1 turret to get the gold a little bit closer. He will find his target. Inspired steps forward, but a quick burst of damage coming out from Hansama. Now Lebrov's got to be careful. He finds a dredge line, but he immediately has to flash back out. Lebrov is already down. Quad grabbing the kill on that one. Caps makes his way in with a TP. Can he find the flank? Broken Blade flashing away, barely staying alive. Masu jumping in, needs a little bit more damage. Masu's already got the kill. G2 are going to get wiped off Summoner's Rift. FlyQuest find the moment instantly.
FlyQuest will steamroll G2 as they march towards the Nexus.
It's only Caps left standing. He jumps in, but it will not matter. The last golden statue is buried. The latest chapter of the rivalry is written as an epitaph for Europe, and FlyQuest eliminates G2 from MSI.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.